Hello, good day to everyone. Sorry, medyo takes time kay nako na paano na desisyonan nga maka-create or maka-produce og first entry para sa tuang TNS 8. Yun nga lang is kuan magod kining medyo I was just confused of what will be the content no of this TNS 8, which is known as the dynamics of rigid bodies. Kay kaniadto we call this one as engineering mechanics. So mas klaro sa mua kung unsa tong mga topics which is aligned sa kaning subject. Yun nga, now at this portion sa kining new curriculum nga subjects which is TNS 8, well nakakuha magong gilikayan ako ani was the kuan magod nga mahimo siyang redundant ba kay na magoy mga topics manggod with regard sa dynamics of rigid bodies nga makaber gyapon to niyang mga previous topics which is na-discuss na sa physics, no? So, ang kuang kuan ako is pilian nako siya og mga topics para sa tuang summer. Kay medyo ang summer nato medyo paspas ra kayo nga tuang adlaw. So, mga kuan lang duha ka semana, so exam na, no? So, ang ato ang kuan nato ani is well, kung sa kuan lang gid unta, ang kini unta nga subject which is a major subject, bagay unta ni siya for semester, no? So dili siya unta angay pang summer class. Gawas lang kung kamo medyo nanay experience ani nga subject. So what I mean nga experience medyo so ikaduha nyo retake ninyo ni siya nga subject. So medyo dili na lisod sa inyo no. Okay. So pero kung first time ninyo ni siya nga subject, so it will be a problem. But anyway, paningkamutan nako nga ma-discuss nako unsay mga importante kay para magamit ninyo for the next subjects which is mura ni siya kanang this subject will be mura siya prerequisite para sa next subject. Okay, so to begin the first entry nako is let us first discuss what is mechanics, no? So kaniadto sa old curriculum gitawag ni siya nga engineering mechanics. So karon gibulag siya sa new curriculum, gibulag ang statics ug ang dynamics, on which ang mechanics is composed of statics and dynamics. So gibulag na siya karon sa new curriculum. So if we say mechanics, so it is a science that deals with the physical energy and forces and their effect on objects. Then the bodies were assumed to be perfectly rigid, although actual structures and machines were never absolutely rigid and deformed under the loads which they are subjected. So, however, those considerations and assumptions were important when failure of structures were concerned. So, there is a mechanics class. We assume that a certain body must be rigid. So, in order for us to sama sa gimension dire, so it is important for us that we assume that one as a rigid so that if whenever a failure of the structures will happen, so ma-identify nato what will be the loads or the forces that might affect on a certain body. So kaysa naman sa i-assume nato siya nga dili rigid, if you say rigid kanang dili siya fixed, no? Okay, so we will discuss later on what will be that type of what unsa na siyang rigid buot pasabot. Okay, so the mechanics is divided into two, which is the statics and the dynamics. So unsay ma-discuss nato sa statics? We have bodies at rest. So the statics it meant by bodies at rest. Then the dynamics with the bodies is it is in motion. Okay, so in this subject matter class, more likely i-review lang nato gamay ang atong statics, no? Kay medyo gamit po kay nga atong statics pag abot sa dynamics kay murag ang statics mura siya og basic concept, no? So mura siya og sa kuan pa prerequisite, no? Para maka-proceed ta sa dynamics. Well, actually prerequisite man gyud siya. Okay, so let us go to what is dynamics in rigid body. Okay, so mo ni siya ang the title description mismo, no, sa ato ang subject. So the dynamics of the rigid body consists of the study of the effect of external forces and couples on the variation of 6 degrees of freedom. So unsa man ning mga 6 degrees of freedom? Okay, so considering the following axis, we have this one, no? X, Y, Z, no? Lahi lang niya ang axis diri. I, K, ug J lang siya. But let us say, kinong nibalaan na to na X, Y, Z. So, we have the following dimensions, no? Kining 6 degrees of freedom, we are talking about the dimensions, no? Or let us say, probable movements of a certain body. So, let us say, this is the body, no? The body can go upward, it can also be downward, no? If we are referring to the z-axis. Now, if we are referring to the movement of the body along the x-axis, it could be, pwede siya mo dagan for right, pwede siya mo move to right, pwede siya mo go at left, no? Then, if you are going to y-axis, okay, pwede siya mag forward and backward. And, this another three motions of freedom, which is the combination of either of the two axes, no? Kining roll, it is the combination of the movement of from right to left and upward and downward, no? So mo na siya. Then we have the yaw, which is the combination of going to the right to left and the motion of forward and backward. And lastly, the other or the last movement, the degrees of freedom. So we have the pitch, no? Ang pitch is the combination of the up and down movement and a forward and backward. Okay, so the fundamental concepts and principles about this subject. So the study of mechanics, no, goes back to the time of Aristotle, no. So ang kinidang mechanics nato nagikan pa daw ni sa time ni Aristotle, tapos to Archimedes. Until such time, Newton provides a satisfactory formulation of its concepts and principles. Although many additional principles and modification emerges formed by some physicists later on, even the formulation of Einstein on this theory of relativity, no? So if you might, I think you are all familiar what is the theory of relativity by Albert Einstein. Kato bitang the relation of the speed of light, no, with the energy, no? So kito bitang E is equal to mc squared. So mo to siya, no? Let us say C was the constant value of the speed of light, while m is the mass of the object and E is the energy produced as the body or the mass or the mass of the body moves in a speed of light, no? Okay, so now back to this concept class. Si Isaac Newton, siya gid ang naka-produce gid og kitong iyahang law niya, no, which is proven to be true, no, nang gitawag na siya law karon, no, dili na siya theory. So still the Newtonian mechanics remain as the basis of today's engineering sciences. So with regards to the subject class, it was said that kining subject is it should be in calculus based, no, but for me it's much better nga di na ta mo balik pa calculus kay nga naman ang formula na imbento na magod ang formula, so di na to kinahanglan pag imbintohon og balik, no. So na naman tay mga simple formulas, no, nga which is kitog yung general formulas, so di na ta mo imbento pagbalik, no. Okay, so now, so with regards to this concept of the Newton's law class, kay isa sa mga mga important categories or important elements which mo ay gina-take in consideration of this one, no? So we have the concept of space, time, mass, and force. So the concept of space is associated with the notion of the position of any certain point from the reference point of origin. Using three directions, coordinates were used to define the location at any point in space. So meaning to say that the role of the space class, there is a concept of mechanics is mo ni siya naghatag og posisyon sa object or the body, no? Kung asa siya nga portion mo move, asa siya nga portion mo, okay, iyahang direction niya, iyahang degrees of freedom, no? Then we have the concept of time. Okay, so the time defines the event of its existence. So mo na siya gimension nato. Ang giingon dire class nga if you have time, therefore nag-exist ka. Kung wala kay time, therefore wala ka nag-exist. So it means class nga all of the objects around sa tua nga nag-exist naa siya'y time, no? So mo na siya, no? So pares ra gud anang tao bitaw nga let's say kung gusto gid sa tao nga mag-effort sa imuha, kinahanglan niya mugahin og time. Pero og dili ka importante sa iya, wala siya time sa imuha, no? So mo na siya, no? Relate ba? Relate. Okay. So the concept of mass, balik direct sa nata, no? The concept of mass is used to characterize and compare bodies on a basis of certain fundamental mechanical experiments. Okay, so the concept of mass, so importante ni siya class is because ang mass class mao ni siya ay murag basihan, no, nganong nakaproduce ta og force, nakaproduce ta og kaning mga motion, no, ang mass. Without the mass, so dili nato makomplete ang ato ang forces, the momentum, ng mga different types of sa physics, no, itong mga forces, no, movements now or quantities. So the concept of force represents the action of one body on another. So muna siya ang force. Anyway, natay detailed discussion about the force class. Okay, so dungag kuan sa time, no? So example sa time, so may bal-an nimo ang tao nga love kaniya if naa siya time. So kung naa siya time, love kaniya. Kung wala siya time, wala siya love. So muna siya, no? Okay, next. Okay, Newton's three fundamental laws. Okay, we are all familiar with this one, no? So let us discuss about the first law. If the resultant force acting on the particle is zero. By the way, this is only the lang ni siya, review lang ni siya, no? So na naman din siya sa physics good actually. So if the resultant force acting on the particle is zero, the particle will remain at rest, no? So let us say for example, kung ang kwan daw ang object daw is at rest daw siya, magpabilin na daw siya gyapon nga at rest. And if the body will move at a constant speed in a straight line, meaning to say, kung ang body daw nag-move siya, it will be continuously mag-move, no? So magpadayon siya mag-move. If the body will move, the body will continuously move, no? Okay, so the second law, so if the resultant force acting on the particle is not zero, the particle will have an acceleration proportional to the magnitude of the resultant and the direction of this resultant force. Okay, so how do we explain the second law? So for example, class, no, naay isa ka certain mass of a certain object, dayon gimove niya, no? Although this mass of the object is dili kayo siya bugat, so kung sa imuha class, kung magdala kag let's say bola, no? Okay, sana lang magdala ka o sige, bola na lang, bola. Dala kag bola. So dili man kay bugat ang bola, no? So the ball has a certain mass. Kung dalon nimo ang bola class, medyo less lang nga force ang imo ang exert, no? So therefore, since nga medyo gaan ang bola, so imong i-exert ra pod nimo nga force is medyo gamay-gamay ra pod. Whereas kung magbitbit ka og dako kayong bola sa bowling, medyo bugat-bugat man na siya. So the greater force pod ang imuhang i-apply, no? Okay, so mo na siya, no? So it means that the mass or the force itself is let us say proportional siya sa mass o sa acceleration nga imuhang i-exert, no? Okay, nakadepende ang force sa mass sa object o ang iyahang acceleration, no? So the greater the mass, the greater the force ang imong kinahanglan i-exert, no? So the lesser the mass, the lesser the force nga imong i-exert. So that explains what is the second law. However, the third law of motion of Newton, it tells us that the force of action and reaction between bodies in contact have the same magnitude, same line of action and opposite sense. Meaning to say, the third law, it simply states that in every action there is an equal opposite reaction, no? Okay. So meaning to say, one of example of this one is for example kaning balon, no? Now kung ang balon class puno siya gahangin, now kung buyan nimo ang balon, so mudagan ang balon, di ba? Mudagan, mulupad siya ba, no? So ang direction sa kuan class, ang direction sa hangin class, paggawas sa hangin is pabaliktad, no? Which causing the body or the balloon moves into the opposite direction of the kung asa ang air pagawas, no? So kung asa ang air pagawas, ang acceleration karon sa balloon is dito opposite niya, no? Similar na siya sa quad class, rocket, no? So in order para mulupad ang rocket, kinahanglan niya og propulsion. Propulsion ba kana bitang may mutulak siya maghatag og force nga mo imutulak siya nga mo accelerate pasaka, di ba? Okay. So mo na siya, no? Kinahanglan nato magbutang og kada bitang sindihan nato, no, tong bitong murihang pulbura, no? Pulbura nga musiga. So ang kadtong nasunog nga part class, tong pulbura nga niya musiga, mag-exerto siya og force that will move the rocket, or that will accelerate the rocket going upward. Pero ang force nga gi-exert sa kadtong nasunog nga pulbura is opposite direction sa kidong acceleration. Okay. So atong klarohon na to, ang third law of motion. The acceleration of the body is opposite to the direction of force. Kung unsay direction sa force, opposite ana niya mo na ang acceleration, no? Okay. So that is the 3 fundamental laws of Newton. Okay. So mo to siya ang sa chapter 1. Okay. Next. So let us proceed to the chapter 2, the statics of particles. Actually, humana naman gid siguro mo aning statics, no? But anyway, ato alang ihatag nato as a review. So the statics, no? So forces in a plane. So may bal-an nako ug naabagid mo na tatud-an aning sa statics ninyo, no? Okay, so force on particle resultant onto forces. So natay tulo ka klaseng method when it comes to forces in a plane. So using first the component method. So the component method can be either 2-dimensional space or 3-dimensional space. Kung makakita mo class kung saan pag-calculate sa resultant, so the resultant of two forces, if it is 2-dimensional, two forces, no? So we have the reaction, the formula for the reaction for the 2-dimensional space, we have square root of x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. Whereas kung 3-dimensional space, we have the 3 coordinates, the x and y coordinates, no? Kini siya sa 2-dimensional, duha lang pud ka coordinates, x and y lang. Okay. So sa resultant niya therefore is we have x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared plus z1 minus z2 squared. Okay, that is 3-dimensional space. Okay. Now let us go to the parallelogram method. So ang kini siya class, ang parallelogram method is a graphical method, no? So what does it mean by graphical method? Bali nag-agad lang na siya sa kato bitong style bitaw nga i-draw nimo siya by means of compass, graphical method. Yun nga lang, ang problema nga lang sa parallelogram method is that medyo dako siya og error kung graphical method siya, no? Na siya possibility nga mag-error. Next, we have the triangle method or the tip-to-tail method. So unsay bot pasabot ano yung tip-to-tail method? Now, for example, if this is the component, no? We have the following forces. We have din siya component. we have the following forces such as P and the Q. Then we are going to determine what will be the resultant. So yung buhaton niya class, in order to get the resultant between the force P and Q, imo lang siyang isumpay ang P dire sa Q. So mo ni siya, no? So ibalhin nimo ang P nimo dire og i-form nimo siya into a triangle. So muna siya ay tip to tail. So ang tip sa arrow ug ang tail niya gisumpay nimo. And you will get your resultant. So magbari ang direction sa resultant class kung asa padulong ang ilahang forces. Kung asa sila papabor. So therefore, if the force is going to the right and the force of the P is going to the upward direction, so therefore okay, we can by inspection, so we may able to determine what will be the direction of the resultant, no? So going to the right, upward, no? So mo na siya. Okay. Next. Okay, let us try a sample problem para sa inyong statics ninyo. So the two forces P and Q act on the bolt A. So determine the resultant. So how do we get the resultant? So we can use the tip to tail method for this one, no? So pwede pod nga magamit ta og component method. Pwede pod kining graphical method. Pero yun nga lang sa graphical method dili na ko siya no? Dili na ko siya recommend. So pwede po nato gamiton ang tip to tail method. So ang tip to tail method is pwede siya magamit lang sa duha lang ka forces, no? Tapos kuhaon nimo ilang resultant. But this one, so much better na lang ako na lang yung i-insist na ko sa inyo ha class nga method is the component method. Mas gwapo ang component method. Dili siya libog, no? Okay. So how do we get the resultant? So to get the resultant class, so first ato siyang himuon kay using the component method, kay we need to calculate, no, the component of Q, which is okay, first unsa may component nato sa tong Q. Okay, so naatay angle nga 25, napod tay angle dire nga 20. So to get the QY, okay, butangan nato og kuan bi. Ato sa ning i-edit. So to calculate your QY, okay, first unsa nga kuan na to class? Unsa nga okay, focus lang sa Q, no? Force Q. Okay. So how do we get the component of Q? Okay, so kung gusto na to kuhaon ng QY, so ang QY naman diri hindi mo tagkuan ni tangdag lines. Okay, para dili siya lisod. Okay, QY, no? So the QY, so unsa nga kuan, unsa nga gamiton nato ani? Function gamiton nato sa QY to get the QY. Okay, we have Q nga 60 degree dapita nga part. So mo man ni ang QY, tapos mo ni ang angle. Okay, so using this angle as reference, so 25 plus 20, so 45, no? Okay, so we have sine or cosine. So it could be sine, no? Okay, opposite ani niya nga kuan, opposite ani niya nga angle. This is the QY nga side, no? Tapos kini mo ning QX. Okay, so we have insert Okay, we have sine of 45 degrees. Okay, equal to okay, sine 45 degrees equal to opposite niya is QY, no? QY, tapos ang yahang hypotenuse niya which is the 60 Newton. Okay. So, how about okay, so kuha naman siguro nato ng QY. So, QY class. So, pila itong QY? So, QY therefore is QY is equal to cross multiply. So, we have 60 sine of 45 degrees. So, therefore, that is equal to okay, so we have 60 times sine of 45. And your answer is 42.42. So 42.42. Ano siya? 43 day, 42.43. Newton. Okay, how about ang QX? So we have cosine of 45. So that is QX over 60. And therefore, QX is equal to 60 times cosine of 45. So we have 60 cosine of 45, and that is 42.43 lang gihapon. Okay, so nanatay value for QY and QX. So ang sunod na po nato was ang P, no? Okay. So, to get your P, the component of P, so we have the angle. Itong angle na to is, okay, so nga to ang angle was 20, no? So, we have to get your PY, so that will be sine function of 20, no? 20. So PY. Dayon, pila gani equivalent nga force sa P, so that is 40. No? 40. Okay, so PY so PY is 40 times 20. Okay, 40 times sine of 20. So 40 times sine of 20. So we have 13.36 13.68. And lastly, ang ato ang PX. To get your PX, we have cosine function of 20. No? So PX and 40. Okay, so PX Okay, so we have 40 times 20. Then, okay, so we have cosine function. So 37.59. Okay. So, nanatay mga components sa tuwang mga forces. Pero ang ato ang gipangita nato is the resultant. So, to get the resultant class, so mobase ta atong formula sa resultant, this one. Okay, let's see. Okay. So, at first value sa tong x class, okay, we can either designate what will be the first value sa tong x. It could be qx or px, no? Okay. So, this one, so ang ato ang x1 nato, ato sang i-designate nato kunuhay as the px. Ito lang butangan nato dre. Px. Okay, pangutana, sir, pwede ba mabaliktad? Of course, pwede mabaliktad. Mora gyapon ang ansira. Okay, so next we have py. Okay, careful lang sa inyo ang pagbaliktad ha, kay if ever man ang first x ninyo, it should be ang y po niya mo po yung first y, no? Kaya kung parehas anay class, tahin, i-designate na ko ang px as the first point x, no? So, it should be nga, ang kuha na ko, ang first y na ko, it should be py pod. Dili pwede nga mag-px ka dire, tapos ang imong iuna nimo dire is qy, no? It should be px, tapos py. Then, ang second x nimo should be qx, then qy para sa second y. So next, okay, let's just ato siyang ikuha na tong mga values, no? So ang px nato is 37.59, then qx is 42.43. Then how about ang ato ang sa may y, no? So ang py nato is 13.68. And we have ato ang qy is 42.43. Take note class, importante ha. Kini siya is sign conscious ni sila, no? Unsa may but pasabot nga sign conscious. Kung unsa gani ang iyahang direction niya sa quadrant, let us say if it is going to the right, ang iyahang x, it will be positive. Kung upward, that is positive, no? Kung downward and left, going to the left, it will be negative, no? Okay, so may pasabot, asa man na nako ibutang ang negative, positive, dire dapita, no? So parehas ani. Kung ang px nato is going to the right, therefore positive siya. So dili na lang siya kinahanglan og butang. Since positive man siya, di na kinahanglan og sign na positive. Pero kung kuan class, if ever man nga negative na siya, indicate na ko siya nga negative dire, no? Tapos ang sa let us say for example sa qx, kung negative ang imong qx dire, indicate po nimo siya nga negative. Kay para ang ato ang negative nga sign dire, since nga minus man imong operation dire, so ang rule sa subtraction is ang imuhang second term, ang sign sa imong second term will be changed into something opposite, no? So kung negative siya dire, may mo siyang positive, no? Sa basic sa inyong algebra, no? Okay. So karon, let us apply now the operation, no? Okay, so the answer for the resultant Okay, the resultant will be, okay, namatay ka elevator. So, you make use of this one. So, we have, gamitan natin parenthesis, 37.59 minus 42.43 tapos squared plus 13.68 minus 42.43 squared. And the answer of your resultant therefore is 29. 29 yay ka 29.15 unit niya is Newton. Okay, so that is the final answer. Okay, if you have questions, okay, you may ask me personally, no? Okay, next we have sample problem 2, no? So a barge is pulled by two tugboats if the resultant of the forces exerted by the tugboats is 5 kilonewton force directed along the axis of the barge. Determine the tension in each of the ropes knowing that the alpha equal to 45 degrees. Okay, so kung ang resultant daw niya class is 5 kilonewton tapos mo niyang manguning mga forces sa ropes. So the forces of the ropes we have okay, wala gi wala gi mention kung pila, pero given ang angle nila which is 30 degrees and the other one is 45. So to get the class, to get the force of this rope point A, so gamitan lang nato na siya og katong component formula, no? Pwede tip to tail, pero kuha na lang, no, component. Okay, so resultant maning 5, so therefore gamito nato tong okay, so if the resultant forces exerted tugboats is 5, determine the tension on each. So tension kini siya, no? So resultant tapos tension 30 degrees. So since this is the resultant, okay, we can assume this one as your x, no? Tama ba? X. Okay, so resultant. Okay, so kung magkuhan ka class, take note class, ang component method is applicable lang na siya for right triangle, no? So kini siya class, maka-assume ta og right triangle ani diri nga pita nga part. Okay, so how we'll able to use the function of this one? Okay, so we will create a triangle out of this one. Okay, so no fill. Okay, right triangle. So to get this one, so we have what function shall we use? Okay, we have 5 kilonewton ni siya diri dapita, so we have 30 degrees. So hypotenuse is 5, so this will be using the cosine function. Okay, so cosine function of 30. So para makuha nato ang tensile, ang force diri dapita sa kaning rope sa may A, so Okay, AB na lang, AB. AB. So that is 5 kilonewton. So AB is therefore okay, we have 5 cosine of 30. Okay, so the answer is, okay, so 5 cosine of 30, so that is 4.33. So 4.33 kilonewton. Okay, next, how about sa Pica's rope? Okay, sa Pica's rope, okay, same procedure lang gihapon atong gamiton. So mag-assume ta nga, okay, since nga imong 5 nimo is mura siya imuhang hypotenuse or the resultant. Okay, so we can assume that this one is the right triangle, no? So pag right triangle, meaning to say, sa right triangle ani, ang 5 nimo ang maimong hypotenuse. Okay, so ang kini siya nga portion, kini mong CB mo na siya ang imuhang one of the legs, no? Okay, so to calculate the value of your BC, no, we have the alpha is 45. So meaning to say that the function that we are going to use to get the BC is still using the cosine function. Hypotenuse mo ni siya. So imagine hypotenuse, tapos mo ning iyang adjacent, no? So mo ning angle alpha. Okay, so therefore adjacent, no, cosine. So we have BC BC over 5. Take note, 45 ni siya. So 5 times cosine of 45. So 5 cosine of 45. So that is 3.54 kilonewton. So that is the answer, no? So imong rope AB, that is 4.33, and rope BC is 3.54. Okay, next. So, the component method. So, component method is the addition of forces of X and Y components, no? So, it's just simply a sum up or summation of the forces along X and Y. So, when dealing 3 or more multiple forces of any direction, no trigonometric solution can be obtained using the force polygon that defines the resultant force. So, this method of getting the equivalent components of each forces and getting the summation of all of it, considering its direction and sign convention, gives the net components of the resultant of all forces. Okay. So, ang concept sa to ang component method class, if you have a single resultant force, no? Okay. So, imuha siyang i-divide into components, such as if we have force F, we have the components of Fx and Fy. Now, in this portion class, to calculate your Fx, you'll be using the cosine function. Pero kung sa fy, so sa y direction, that will be sine function, no? So imagine nimo, this is the reference angle. So if this is the reference angle, adjacent sa imong angle is the fx. Then sa opposite sa imong angle, that is the fy. So mo nang sine, no? Okay. So usually if you are trying to get the angle theta, no? So kung ibutang nato nga given ang component such as fx and fy, dili ang theta. So ma-identify nato ang value sa tong theta by using the tangent function, no? Okay. So by this example class, let us say kung daghan siya og mga forces such as A, B, C, and D, so ang ilahang mga kanya-kanyang components ani will be like this one, no? So sama sa kong ingon, sa component method medyo kuan siya, no? Sign conscious, no? Sign conscious. So kung going upward siya, meaning to say the component that is going upward, it will be positive. Kung going to the left siya, press aning AX, that will be negative. So going to the left man siya. Then how about sa B? So going to the left is going negative, no? BX. Kung going downward, it will be negative. Then sa C, if you are going upward and going to the right, that are all positive. Then sa DX, we have kung going to the right ang imuhang X, positive. Kung going downward ang imuhang Y, that will be negative. Okay, so all angles should be based from the same origin. Okay. Next. Okay, sample problem. Okay, so sa next sample problem, we have this problem. So, 4 forces act on a bolt as shown. So, determine the resultant of the forces on the bolt. So, given nato dire class ang ato ang magnitude. So, each forces na sila yung mga magnitude. So, F1 is 150, F2 is 80, F3 is 110, then F4 is 100. Okay, so what will be the x component of your F1? So, given ang iyang angle nga 30. So, therefore, nakoy technique sa inyo nga class. I'll just give you the technique, no? Para dili mo malibog. So, para isa lang ang inyong basihan kung unsa nga function inyong gamiton, no? Cosine or sine. So, much better kung ibutang nimo imong angle along y, no? So may bot pasabot na ako nga along y. So parehas aning diri sa may F2, which is ang ihang angle niya tapad lang sa y. Dili parehas aning sa F1 o F4 nga ang ihang angle niya tapad sa x, no? Okay. Pero kung dili mo malibog la sa okay ra pod, no? So para kuan lang ba, no? Para systematic ang ato ang kuan, no? Dili siya confusing ato ang solusyon. Okay. So, sa F1, what will be the equivalent angle for this one, no? So, gamito na to itong ato ang style para ma-uniform siya, no? Dili siya lisod. Okay. So, dire dapita. Okay, the equivalent angle on this one, so, kung this is 90 degrees, so 90 minus 30, that will be 60. No? Okay, 60. So, kung magamit ka dire nga angle class, automatic nga imong y dire kay imong y sides is gamiton nimo was cosine. Pero kung kuan ka magkuha ka og kanang x axis dire dapita, x component, that will be sine, no? Kay naman dire mong angle, so meaning to say opposite ana niya, automatic mo ni siyang mga component nga x since nga naman dire mong angle. So okay, so mo nang nagbutang ko og 60 diri, it's because 30 may diri. Para dili ta magkuan ba, no? Isa lang ato ang reference, no? Okay, isa lang ato ang reference axis. It should be nga atong mga angle nato na siya tapad sa y, no? Adjacent sa y. Okay, how about diri dapita? So if this is 90 degrees, so pila ang iyang sobra, no? So 90 minus 15, so we have 90 minus 15. Kalkulon ta gyud pastilan. Okay, 75. Okay. So dire, no? the x component of f1. So first, what is the x component of f1? So how do we get the component of f1? So we'll just simply using the cosine function. So that will be 150. Okay, nagbutang naman tag reference angle dire tapad sa ato ang y, so that will be x component man siya, no? So dili siya cosine, no? Sine, no? Opposite man siya ini nga angle. So sine. So 150 sine of 60 degrees. So that will be 129. So 129.90. So since ang ato ang x component nato is going to the right, so positive siya, no? Positive. So how about ang iyahang y component? So automatic cosine, no? Pag y component dire dapita. So 150. Okay, 150 okay, cosine of 60. That will be 75. So unsay ang direction? Upward man siya. So therefore, positive 75. Okay, next. How about ang F2? So F2 is 80 Newton siya, no? Okay, so since ang atong angle nato is tapad siya sa y, so therefore, if you are going to get the x component, that will be, ang function natong gamiton will be sine, no? So we have 80 sine of 20. So we have 27. So take note, ang direction sa ato ang x component is going to the left, so therefore negative. So negative 27.36. So how about the resiyahang y component? So y component, we will be using the cosine function. Okay, cosine function. So 80 cosine of 20, that will be 75. So ang direction sa ato ang sa ato ang y axis is upward man siya, no? So therefore 75. Positive 75. 18. Okay, next sa F3. Asa man dapita tong F3? So morning F3 nato, no? So take note class, ang F3 nato is wala man siya angle. Kuan lang siya, no? Naka due north, naka due south, no? So may pasabot na to ni. Naka tulid na siya, along siya sa may y-axis. So therefore, automatic yung x component ani niya, wala siya x component. So automatic 0, no? Then ang yang y component niya is by default 110. Okay, so wala na tayo function. Wala man siya angle, no? Wala siya angle, 0 man siya. So kuan man siya kining along y-axis man siya. So therefore y-axis. But take note, ang iyang direction niya is going downward, therefore yung sign is negative. No? Okay, how about sa F4? Sa F4 is mo ni siya, no? Tapad niya angle dire is 25. So dili nato ni gamiton ng 15, no? So 75. So automatic, kung gusto nato kuhaon ng x component, we'll be using the sine function, no? So sine function. So 100 sine of 75. Okay, so we have 96.59. So ang iyahang kuan niya class, yung direction niya is going to the right, no? So therefore that is positive, no? Positive 96.59. Then how about ang imuhang F4? F4 ka ng imuhang y component. So y component nimo is going downward, therefore negative, no? So 100 tapos ang function nimo yung gamiton is cosine. Okay, mo na nakaayos class, no? Pag imuha siyang i-convert nimo ang imuhang mga angles nimo along, nakadikit siya sa may y, no? So instead nga ikuha nimo siya as naa siya along x, imo siyang ibalhin, no? Okay, presa ni 30 degrees, wala na to ni gamita. Instead nagbutang tag 60 dire. No? Okay, para same lang siya. Pag Ato ang sulbo na to is the x component. So atong gamiton na to is sine function. Pag y component ato ang sulbon, we'll using cosine. No? Okay. So balik ta no sa F4, that is 25 no, 25. So but downward man siya, so negative 25, 88. Okay. Okay, here's the thing. How can we get the resultant of this one? Okay, to get the resultant of this one, okay, so you just simply sum up all the x component and the y component. So kung i-sum up nimo ni siya class, okay, include nimo ang sign, no? Okay, so we have positive 129.9, tapos negative man siya, so it should be minus, no? Minus 27.36. Okay, plus 0. Okay, pwede include lang natong 0. Plus 96.59. So ang ato ang x component sa atong resultant will be since positive man siya, so positive 199.13. Okay, so how about ang sa y component? So i-sum up na to ang sa y component. So we have, okay, positive 75 plus 75.18. Okay, minus 110. Tapos minus 25.88. Okay, so your y component will be, okay, positive ang yung result. Positive 14.30. So how can we get the resultant class? Okay, gamiton nimo tong formula tong ganiha, no? Okay, instead nga formula nga katong duha kini. So instead duha ka values imong gamiton sa x and y component. So ang imuhang gamiton na lang is ang x component sa imuhang r, the x component na lang nimo sa imong r, sa imong resultant, and the y component pod sa imuhang resultant. Okay. Now, okay, what are the values of this one sa tong x and y component? Okay, so ato ang gamito nato was, okay, ito na lang kung kapihon na lang nato. Okay, ang ato ang x nato is 199.13. Then ang y nato is 14.3. So ang ato ang resultant nato therefore is, okay, we have 199.13 square plus 14.3 squared. So ang ato ang resultant karon is 199.64. So ang unit is Newton. Okay, so final answer. So that is the magnitude nato sa atong resultant, 199.64. Pero kung i-round up natin na siya class, that is 200, no? Okay, so that's all, no, para sa to ang example nato nga problem for component nito. Okay, so I'll give you this assignment, no? So determine the x and y components of each forces shown and the resultant. Okay, so you need to determine the x and y components of this one, then you will get also the resultant. Okay, so we will see we will discuss no sa tuang next chapter at the next video. Okay, so as of now, so kana lang sa no? So nagkuan lang sa ta, recall lang sa ta sa inyuhang statics, okay, para di mo mawala pag-abot sa tuang dynamics. Okay, so thank you no, thank you, bye bye.